if you gave a hand job to Kim Jong-un, I would probably be happy that happened.
I like
I
to
would be
think
happier. I would be slightly very small, but like 0.001%. But I would be slightly more positive about life if Louis C.K. jerked off.
I feel like of all the world leaders, Kim Jong-un and I might be the most likely to become fast friends. Like I know he's a big cheeseman. He loves cheese. He loves all the types of cheese.
You're like, I could get into basketball if you get into hockey.
Yeah, I would teach him about hockey. I could try his favorite cheeses. We could just be like boys hanging out.
They all suck.
Even a grand old time. I could do an impression of him to his face, and as long as he didn't have me like killed, like we'd laugh.
You show him nachos and blow his mind. Everyone else is too scared to show him nachos.
He knows about nachos. You've seen him.
He knows. He knows. We know.
So I was going to say before,
well, actually, I could share because I guarantee he isn't as invested in the meat portion of the charcuterie potential as he should be, because he's clearly very into the cheese part. But I like maybe he just hasn't had the right capicola or sopressata. Maybe I could win him over. And I
like crackers more than the cheese or the meats.
Oh, that's so crazy. The crackers are just a device to eat the cheese and the meat.
They're more than just a shovel. They're salty and it's soap.
But if you eat a diet that is like carb starved, people will be like, "Oh, it's the fucking rich that I'm about."
Yeah.
But really,
I have a movie suggestion for you, Taylor. Have you ever seen The Last King of Scotland?
That has Forrest Whitaker, and I like the way he talks. And
he won the Oscar.
It's kind of always quiet like this.
Forrest Whitaker, the black guy with the lazy eye for Woody's
Ghost Dog.
And also Ghost Dog, little known film. Me and you are the two people who watched Ghost Dog.
Never seen it
in the world.
It is.
I love
wacky.
Forrest Whitaker, so it's a big Forrest Whitaker.
I never
movie?
saw Last King of Scotland, actually.
So he plays the former president and general of Uganda, Idi Amin, who is one of the great dictators of all time. And by great, I mean like
about Idi Amin, yeah.
Evil man. James McAvoy plays like a British doctor, journalist, I don't remember which, who's in country and befriends Idi Amin. And Idi is like literally takes him under his wing, is like, "You are my number one whitey." And like he becomes his boy. So like he starts riding around with Idi Amin, seeing what he's about. And it's wonderful to be his friend. Like he owns Uganda, but it's terrifying to be his enemy. And he's a little unstable. So he shifts a little. He's like, "You are not plotting against me, are you? Are you?" And it's like, "Nah, man, for sure not me." Those motherfuckers have been like, you're always scared of him. Idi Amin was the propaganda gets mixed up with the reality, but he was known to be a giant bruiser boxing champion and a ruthless general in the army before he took power. After he took power, he became a cannibalistic warlord who fancied himself
allegedly throw that in.
Who for some reason became entranced with Scottish culture and like he wrote this letter to Scotland.
What about it? Was he entranced?
Everything. He would dress up like that with the Bobby shit. He like the music. He called himself the last king of Scotland through some weird line of lineage that
this
he made
guy
up.
Kicks ass. What's wrong with him?
The movie is awesome. Like you get to see all this stuff. You get to see like some wild, gory, violent, scary ass shit.
I like to think that the same way I would make fast friends with Kim Jong-un, me and Idi Amin would have been having a fun time. He would have never thought I was plotting against him. I would have been enjoying the fruits of his labor in Uganda, whatever fucking fruits and vegetables and
very wealthy man
he had.
Yeah,
I'm looking at him here. He seems like a funny guy.
Saddam
Hussein, this guy, my goodness.
When he came into power, like on TV, he like started listing people from his own political party, like 60 something people. And they were all like freaking out when their names were said, and they were like led into another room where they were executed or imprisoned. Like the first thing he did was like all on TV, and everyone was like, "Oh, this guy's fucking serious."
Well, see, the first thing he did in that address to like the Iraqi Congress is he had a man come up and confess to crimes he had not committed. he told this man who was maybe the former president or something like that, he's like, you're going to go out there and you're going to tell him you've been on a plot, part of a plot with a whole bunch of people to take me down and to betray the Iraqi government to Iran. And you're going to go out there and you're going to say that, or it's going to be your daughter sitting in that chair next. And then your wife is going to be sitting in that chair. And they've been torturing the shit out of him. So they wheeled him out there and he goes on the line. He goes like, I have been a part of a plot to take down the great Saddam Hussein, who's our loving leader. And there have been many co-conspirators who will be named now. And then Saddam Hussein fucking comes up.
I didn't know that. They used that guy to
and so to legitimize the whole thing.
Wow.
And then the people in the crowd, who it's basically their Congress, they're so scared they don't know if their name's going to get called next because none of the people out there had been a part of any plot. They're all just
that's okay. That explains why they were all crying and they were freaking out.
And so everybody is like, Saddam is the best. I love Saddam. They're hoping and praying that even if their name is on that list he's reading, he will notice how fervently they are they're kissing his ass and be like, Mustafa seems all right. I mean, he's on.
Did he do that with anyone?
No, he named all of them. They took them all out there and they murdered.
Did you say they were in his own party?
Yeah, like they're part of his political party.
It's from both parties, I'm sure. Like anybody who was a political enemy or a rival. I mean, he had his own brother-in-law killed. He had all the people who were near him who were like people who loved him. He would have them killed.
I think all the people that were in this gathering were his people. And so he just like killed a bunch of them to be like, don't you dare. I'll find out. Because then people would be like, damn, I didn't even know that guy was doing some shit.
Because they were fomenting dissent against the
little known
ruler.
HBO miniseries that like falls by the wayside behind the Bands of Brothers and the Chernobyls and stuff is House of Saddam. House of Saddam is about Saddam Hussein before he comes to power, during and after, like during the invasion and everything. And I thought it was going to be like a Tony Soprano situation where I'd be like, fucking Saddam runs shit. You fuck with Saddam, you get the firing squad. Like, all right, I see how he is. He's just a gangster. No, he's like evil and scared and paranoid and awful. Just like there will be people who are just loving to him, and they're like, whatever is best for Saddam is what I will do. That's what they say in their private moments to people. You know what I mean? Like, I am Saddam's man through and through. And Saddam will be like, I never liked that guy.
People are saying about that about Trump right now.
Dude, most
he had a team.
Most autocrats are very paranoid, right? That seems to be a part of it.
So evil that I couldn't get through the show. I made it like 2 or 3 episodes in, and I'm like, this guy's too evil.
Would you have liked him more if he had better kids, like kids who were like into like sports instead of
a really tall kid,
like a tall kid or a kid who was like really into sports instead of like what they were into, which was like having dope ass desks and executing people.
Yeah, those guys were evil incarnate. They were worse.
Yeah, they were crazy. His sons were fucked up.
Yeah. I don't know if
Uday and Kusei,
but one of them was like a serial raper. Like he would just, if he saw a woman, he would just have goons grab her and rape her. Like lots of just rapes and murders just for funsies.
What?
Yeah, they were.
Did they have cool desks?
Yes.
They had incredibly elaborate and cool desks in their offices.
Dwight has a replica of Uday Kusei's desk whenever he takes over briefly as manager in the office.
Yeah. If you like, it's
like black marble. It looks like that thing in that they go to worship at, that big black square temple.
Oh shit!
Yes, they love that square.
This one looks like a fucking. Is this it? This one looks like a Roman.
Is it like the black marble brick?
White marble with like pillars.
Oh, the white marble. I mean, they had a lot of cool desks, and they were really, really good at desks.
They were deskmen. They went out in a blaze of glory. But
it's humiliating how bad our desk is. We keep this like old ass desk around because it's like, oh, this is important. We should have better.
The two of them and a nephew got into a firefight with coalition troops that went on for a long period of time, and they held their own to such extent that we basically just used heavy guns to blow the place apart and like bring the building down on them. But they fought for a good while.
Was Saddam that bad, other than his sons being terrible?
He also invaded Kuwait, you know.
Oh my God, Kuwait. Oh my God, Kuwait.
He wanted to stop using the US dollar.
Well, but Woody, when other than Iraq, Iran,
Who's going to put fuel
Syria,
in your CRD, Taylor? If
Libya,
Kuwait
and
said it.
Venezuela have we invaded somewhere for threatening to stop using the U.S. dollar? Name a 6th through 10th example.
You got me.
I'm happy with invading people who threaten to stop using our dollar. I like the
Not
United
if they have
States
good
hegemony.
desks.
I want us to rule the world forever, and I hope that when there's a one world government, it's housed in the United States of America, and that we should try to be ahead in all things.
I hope so too.
We can't
because
all be
America
Canada.
rules. We can't all be Canada. We can't all be hanging our hat on not winning a Stanley Cup for 30 years. We can't all be hanging our hat on that.
Jesus Christ. Can you imagine if we hadn't won like a World Series in baseball in 30 years?
Can you imagine if the Toronto Blue Jays were on a streak since 1993? Because that's what Canada's situation is
That's
with the NHL, where we're just getting blown out. The
Dude.
Yankees, the
Did you
Cardinals.
hear?